Hi everyone, Courtney here. Welcome to my Superman and Lois Episode 2 Recap Review. This episode starts out with Clark taking Jordan to the Fortress of Solitude, while Jonathan goes to school and Lois does some digging on Morgan Edge. These are our three main stories of the episode, along with the side story focusing on the Stranger. At the fortress, Clark plays Jordan the history of Krypton and introduces him to the AI of Jor-El, when it's revealed that's who he's named after. It's adorable seeing Jordan light up at the history of Krypton, and I know the show is trying to goat you into thinking he'll turn eventually, but I really hope they don't do that. It's a bit too obvious and cliche, and I think it would be seen in a bad light, given that they've established that he has social anxiety disorder. We jump to Jonathan, who is receiving all the blowback of Jordan's kiss with Sarah. Her boyfriend and other members of the football team made sure he didn't receive the playbook so that he'd fail at practice. It's such a drama cliche staple to have the bad jocks bully the new guy, but it's necessary to get his story going and to do some character development with Jonathan. So I'm going to give it a pass for now, but they better develop the boyfriend character, otherwise I'll just be upset that he exists to be a cliche. Lois is in a cafe researching Morgan Edge as a stranger glances at her. Lana Lang and her husband Kyle come in, and once again, Kyle gets into an argument with Lois about how great Morgan Edge will be for the town in a pro-business tirade. Yet another cliche character being established to move the plot along. Again, I'm cool with it as long as they flesh this guy out going forward. If they don't, that's when I'm going to start having a problem. Right now, he's just your over-the-top small-town pro-big biz guy full of misplaced anger. Maybe if we could get some backstory on him, we could feel for his character. Or conversely, they could go all the way with it and just make him a bad guy who doesn't learn and exits the series. Although he is listed as main cast, so I guess we'll see. We circle back to Jordan and Clark, where AI Jor-El informs them that Jordan's cells aren't absorbing a significant amount of energy of the sun, and it's writing his display of powers as a one-off, declaring that he will never be like Clark. This is an obvious fake-out, as we know at least Jordan, and most likely Jonathan, will have powers as the show progresses. It's just another wrench in the works to create some drama and tension. Superman is called upon by General Lane to stop the Stranger, and the boys go with Lois to a town meeting. At the meeting, the same woman glances at her, so Lois approaches, and it's revealed that she works for the Smallville Gazette and is an admirer of Lois. She tells her anytime she'd like to write anything for the Gazette, her editor would love it. Cue foreshadowing for later. At the meeting, Morgan Edge makes a surprise appearance and spouts his grand lies of wanting to make the town better and seeing greatness in it. Lois challenges him on this by listing examples of other towns that he had promised wealth and work to, and he turns it back around on her by saying he gave them the opportunity, not a guarantee. She then writes a scathing article about Edge, whom, of course, rewrites it as he now owns the Daily Planet. This pushes Lois to resign, and she starts writing for the Smallville Gazette, which is revealed to be an office of one. Now two. It's a little hard to buy that Lois would go from a major newspaper akin to the New York Times to a small-town local paper run by one person, but TV show has to TV show, so I guess we have to just not think too hard about it in order for the show to tell its story. The Kents also go to a barbecue at Lana Lang's house, where Jordan learns that Sarah's boyfriend's been bullying Jonathan for Jordan's kiss, and Clark has to take off to deal with the Stranger. By the end of the episode, we learn that the Stranger is Captain Luthor, assumed to be Lex Luthor from an alternate Injustice-style universe where Superman went evil and destroyed the planet. He was given a Superman symbol necklace from his universe's General Lane that said Hell on it. When Luthor is in our universe, he gives it to our General Lane, who turns it around to reveal it's actually 7734. It'll be interesting to see what the code is used for later. I liked this episode a lot. I feel like it fleshed out the characters more and gave a clear vision of where the season is going. I'm so happy that Lois got her own storyline, and it seems like she'll continue having her own journalistic storylines going forward. We also got to see Clark listening and helping Lois this episode, really showing the great chemistry these two actors have together, and the love between Clark and Lois. But I think my favorite moment of this episode was the sibling bonding moment we got between Jordan and Jonathan. This whole episode, Jonathan has been having a hard time adjusting since his girlfriend is in Metropolis, Sarah's boyfriend and his friends keep terrorizing him, and he has to deal with the fact that his brother has powers and he doesn't. Jordan recognizes that they moved to Smallville for him, thanks Jonathan for always looking out and taking care of him, and apologizes for the move screwing up Jonathan's life. They have such a sweet moment where they promise to be there for each other, and Jonathan says he doesn't care what Jor-El says, and that he'll help Jordan figure out his powers. This episode was tightly written, setting up conflicts for the whole season. I love the dynamic between all of the Kents, and I think the actors were cast perfectly. The show is really trying to be something for everyone with the Superman action, the journalism plot, and the family high school dynamics. It's a tight rope to walk, but so far I think it's been done as well as it can be. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Injustice Universe timeline and what we're going to be doing with Luthor. It'll be interesting to see Clark learn what he had done on another Earth and how far he could be pushed. I'm also excited to see the boys developing their powers and the mishaps that will definitely ensue. This episode was really good, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Thanks so much everyone for listening. Please leave a like and a comment below on what you thought of the episode and what you'd like to see happen next.